anything in Klal Yisrael, no matter who you are, there's no such thing as double points. Everybody's equal. There's nobody who's more important than anybody else, who counts more or more special. So we only had one person from Scheinberg. The other people, we only had 9 people. We cannot daven. There's no minyan. This neighbor, that neighbor, the clock is ticking. It's 4 o'clock, now it's 4:05. You have to daven by 4:40 is Shkia. And what's going to happen? What's going to be? It's the middle of the week. Everybody's at work or everybody's at school. Nobody's sitting around. Finally, the doorbell rings and the telephone rings at the same time. Pick up the phone. A woman says, my son just came home from yeshiva. I'm sending him right over. Okay, Yitzi, I'm in the back. I open up the door. In walks this little guy about this tall. He was wearing a hat. It's good he had ears, because if not for those ears, the hat would have been over his nose. I don't know who picked this hat out for him, okay? But all I know is it looked like Purim. He walked in, everybody said, Afreilich and Purim. Like, you know, it's like, where's the Shalach Manas? But it's the middle of November, right? You're early. He was just bar mitzvah 2 nights before. Can you imagine? Rabbi Scheinberg turns around. He said, bar mitzvah? He says, yes. Walks over with a big smile to the Amid. Ashri Yershavei, and he starts to daven. Yitzi, what happened? All this time, the Chacham could not bring down the Shechina, could not make the minyan. This young man walked in, and he brought down the Shechina. So Yitzi, you see who you are? You see what's going to happen when you become bar mitzvah? Now, isn't that a cause for celebration? How come? Because when you become bar mitzvah, you become a Gadol b'Yisrael. And it's automatic. No preparation whatsoever. Even though you're preparing for the bar mitzvah, you can have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful celebration. But why do you have a beautiful celebration? What is it, a glorious birthday party? No, it's a day of celebration of your becoming a Gadol b'Yisrael. Now you can make a minyan. Now you can do Kedusha. We spoke about writing a Sefer Torah, yes? You have an obligation to write a Sefer Torah. Did you know that? Every Jew has a mitzvah to write a Sefer Torah, 613th mitzvah. Not everybody can write it on their own. So if, let's say we walk into the room and you come to a Siyam Sefer Torah, they're finishing off the last letters, and they call up, Yitzi Lit is mechubed with a letter. You come up, wow, I never wrote, I don't know, I'm right. They give you the pen, they tell you, listen, you know how to color in first grade, pre-1A, kindergarten, you color in the lines. Here's the pen, and carefully you're able to film the letter, L'shein Kedusha Sefer Torah. You have a Sefer Torah. So you see, the writing of the letter is, we need somebody who is a cipher, who keeps all the mitzvahs. When you become a Gadol b'Yisrael, right now, you're a great guy, we love you, but you can't help us. Because you're not a Gadol. Once you become a Gadol, it's a whole different status. And now you can finish a Sefer Torah, you can make a minyan, you bring Kedusha to this world. That's what it means to become a mitzvah. Isn't that exciting? Oh, so now what do? We have a piece of parchment. But we're not writing a Sefer Torah. So what am I showing you about Sefer Torah? Because we know that when you're writing Tefillin, it's the same rules. Because you're taking here now, we have here a pair of Tefillin. We'll find something that looks a little bit more familiar to you. You righty or lefty?
I'm ready.
Come on, the left hand. Correct. So here we have a pair of Tefillin. Yes, you think this is a nice pair? I had somebody who lived, I don't know if you ever lived in Wisconsin? Oh, I found a spot you weren't in. Lived in Glendale, Wisconsin. We shipped it out to him, a pair of Tefillin. He never had Tefillin before, right? So I'll just tell you, maybe this is a good idea. You know, you got to learn from Chabad. You know, they do interesting things. Must have been Chabad came up to this guy's office. And he tells them, are you Jewish? Yes. The guy was 68 years old, knew nothing about Yiddishkeit, right? Typical story. And they said to him, well, today is your lucky day. He said, why? What's today? Today is Tefillin Tuesday. What's Tefillin Tuesday? Well, today is Tuesday, and we're here today to help you put on Tefillin. What is Tefillin? They start explaining to him what it is. It's a mitzvah. And finally, the guy sounded very interested, intrigued. He says, you know what? Tells the secretary, Marianne, reserve Tuesday mornings, 9 to 9:15, have an appointment with the rabbis. And 1 Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays, 3, 4. Finally, he learned something. He learned that Tefillin is not just Tuesday. It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And he also learned that people who put on Tefillin have their own. So he called up 1-800-45-TORAH. Remember that number. It's a very important number. 1-800-45-TORAH. And he... You need something? Bathroom? The other side. Right? So you need it. And what happened? He decided to put on Tefillin. He called up. He ordered a pair. Now, he ordered a pair. I had no idea how to order a pair of Tefillin. So what? Tefillin. He says, what kind of Tefillin would you like? Well, Tefillin. Oh, this type, that type. He said, I don't know. He says, give me a deluxe pair of Tefillin. Okay, great. So the guy says, with fries or without, right? Deluxe. Well, what is Tefillin that way, right? Fine. He decided on the price. Ship out the Tefillin. He gets his Tefillin. Now, Yitzi, he ordered a pair of Tefillin. He thought about a pair, like a pair of shoes. Right shoe has lace, left shoe has buckle. Half price special. Would you wear that pair of shoes. But in a mitzvah, you need 2 pairs. Maybe we should take a look for something that's on special. Still, you would not wear a pair of shoes half price if the right shoe had lace and the left shoe had buckle, correct? Unless the second pair was also that and you had the opposite feet, so then you could switch it, right? But otherwise, you would not walk out mismatched, correct? Even guys from Brooklyn wouldn't do that. They look for a bargain all the time. He gets his tefillin, he looks at them, I ordered a pair of tefillin, he's fuming, he calls customer service immediately. You guys ripped me off, you're a bunch of ganavs. So he didn't know much about Yiddishkeit, but ganav, somehow they know ganavs. Ganavs. What did we do wrong? He says, I ordered a pair of tefillin, a deluxe pair of tefillin, yes. Well, only one is deluxe, the other is mismatched. This one has pinstriping, monogramming, and detailing. This one does not. This is the deluxe version. You sent me one mismatched set. Oh, so are these pinstripes, Yitzi?
Yeah.
What are they?
They're separate boxes, I think.
4 separate compartments. Yitzi, your tefillin should ever look like this. Chas v'shalom, you call Hatzalah immediately. You got Hatzalah in Norfolk? If not, the emergency medical services. This is an emergency. Never should they look like this.
Pinkus is the tefillin Hatzalah.
Right? You see this? This is 4 separate compartments. Literally, 4 separate, not lines, not partitions, 4 separate compartments. So, it's not pinstripes. Now, the monogram. What does the monogram stand for? I had a boy who thought he can get his initials on his tefillin.
Really?
So, can I have my initials? A wise guy. His name was Shimon Sharf or something, so he had 2 shins. Okay, so the shin stands for, not for Shema, even though it could, stands for one of Hashem's names, which is Shakai. Shin, Dalet, Yud. That's the Shin of Shakai. Shin, the Dalet on the back, and the Yud on the hand would be Shakai. Now, are you ready for his 3rd complaint? Guys, one complaint after the other. I mean, this guy was really, really dissatisfied. He wanted his money back. So far, did I do anything wrong? No. Perfect pair of tefillin. This is a misunderstanding here, right? Something's wrong, but we're going to try to straighten this out. Because besides the fact that he wanted his money back, and ask your parents, you put money into the bank, somehow the next day it's gone. Like, there's nothing to give back because it like just disappeared, correct? But worse than that, it's a chil Hashem. He thinks we tried to fool him, and we did not in any way try to mislead him. 3rd complaint was, even he knows there's no such thing as a 4-headed shin. Did you see a 4-headed shin before?
On tefillin.
On tefillin. So you're pretty knowledgeable, right? Most people, I have people sitting here that say,
time
my tefillin don't have a 4-headed shin. I said, you better go home and check and quiet. Don't say it so loud. It's embarrassing when you find out that you had it all the time and you never looked at your tefillin. See, because we have to look at our tefillin like this person looked at it for the first time. So first of all, these are not pinstripes. These are 4 separate compartments. The shin is only on the shorosh because we know that the Gemara in Menachos tells us halacha l'Moshe Sinai. 4. There's a 4 compartments, and there's a shin only on the shorosh, which stands for Hashem's name. And then we know about the 3-headed shin and the 4-headed shin because Tosfos tells us there are 2 shins, 1, 3, 1, 4. And the other Rishonim explain the reason why they're like the luchos. The luchos were carved out of stone, and being that they were carved out of stone, the letters were see-through. So if we take a 3-headed shin and we carve out 3 open spaces, looking at my fingers, you see 2 perspectives. Yes, Yitzhak? One of them, you could look at it and you could see the shin, and you draw the 3 open spaces, you make a 3-headed shin, correct? But on the other hand, you say, let's be more creative. Look, there are 4 borders of stone. Let's recreate the 4 borders of stone and make it 3-dimensional. How many white spaces do you see between the 4 heads? 3. So it's really a 3-headed shin. You see, there's a 3-headed shin. There's a 3-headed shin, just from a different perspective. What do you say to that? So now I had a lot of explaining to do. We explained it to him, and he was finally calmed down, and he laughed because he said, wow, now we jumped conclusions. But now, let's just understand something. Why? That's the next Jewish question, right? Why? Can you answer me why? We know these are pinstripes, not pinstripes, but 4 compartments. We know this is only one. If you look on the inside, you'll see the Shoyat has only 1 opening. If you're looking at the scrolls, you will see a set of scrolls. 1 scroll is 1 long, continuous piece of cloth. How many parashios? 1, 2, 3, 4. Written on 1, yes?
That's it.
Okay, and the other one is the same 4 parashios, written on 4 separate pieces of cloth. Correct? Now, does anybody know what the 4 parashios are found in Tefillin? Does anybody know even one of the 4 parashios found in Tefillin?
Yes.
You all know one of the 4 parashios. One of them is Shema. The second one, if you know Shema, you know V'hayim Shema, correct?
Yeah.
The other two are Kaddish Likol B'chor V'hayaki V'yacho, which are found at the end of Parashas Bo. The end of Parashas Bo, Kaddish Likol B'chor V'hayaki V'yacho, they are found. Now, why would you think that these four parashas, out of a whole Sefer Torah of 245 columns, why only these four? Why can't you have your Bar Mitzvah parasha? What is your Bar Mitzvah parasha?
And more?
Why can't you have Emor? Isn't that a nice choice? Wouldn't that be so nice? I have my Bar Mitzvah parashas inside it. But yes, why can we not have it? Because these are the four parashas found in everybody's tefillin. And the reason for that is because these are the four parashiyos in the whole Torah that mention the mitzvah of tefillin. So I don't expect you to know Kaddish Likol B'chor V'hayaki V'yacha by heart, but I think you do know Shema by heart. Even your younger brothers, I think, know the Shema by heart, correct? Mm-hmm. So I'll start the pasuk, unless you want to start, and you'll finish, okay? Should I start?
Okay.
Which is the pasuk in Shema? Think for a moment. Is there a pasuk in Shema that mentions the mitzvah of tefillin? Ukshartam le'os v'hayu le'totafos beinenecha. Translate. Shall tie them for a sign upon your hand, v'hayu, and they shall be for something called totafos, between your eyes. Correct? Mm-hmm. So you learn grammar in Ofra? Mm-hmm. You learn grammar, yes? So a sign is how many?
A sign is one.
So you have a sign on your hand. So let's translate, literally. A sign on your hand means something one on your hand. V'hayu, and they shall be. They is plural. How many is plural?
Two or more.
Two or more. How many more we don't know yet. But litotafos. Any idea what the translation of litotafos is? Don't feel badly if you don't know, because even Art Scroll did not know. Art Scroll translates litotafos as for tefillin between your eyes. That's cheating. That's not an English word.
Okay,
so you get the older version, the older English Siddur. What do we have? The Birnbaum.
Phylacteries.
Phylacteries. Gesundheit. Sounds contagious. What is phylactery? Welcome to our phylactery factory, okay? That sounds good. It rhymes. But what does phylactery mean? It's a Greek word. Or you'll find another version where it says frontlets between your eyes. You know that one? Frontlets? Fried or grilled. Which one? I mean, what's frontlets? People know cutlets. Frontlets. Meaningless words. So we need the Gemara. The Gemara, you learn Gemara, you know the reason, you know the bottom, you know the source. So the Gemara tells us that really is the two foreign words that are put together. Really is really very, very peculiar word. And the Gemara tells us it comes from two foreign words. Okay? Do you speak Kaspi?
Kaspi,
How about Afriki?
I highly doubt it.
Okay, after today, somebody asks you that question, you will say, yes, little bit. And you have one word in each, because that's usually, you speak English, yeah, little bit, you know, one word, right? Money, that's it, you know? Otherwise, one word each. Tat, in the language called Kaspi, the Gemara tells us, tat, the Kaspi is shtayim, two. Pat, in Afriki, is shtayim, two. So we have li, tat, pat. 4, 2 plus 2 is? 4 between your eyes. So that's what we get 4. Litotafot is something which is 4 between your eyes. So here we have something which is 4.
4 compartments.
So now why 4 compartments? Why not get one shalyad, a very small one, and we'll get your 4 little ones. Wouldn't that also be 4? So I'm not telling you the full story, okay? I admit, okay, you caught me. Because you see, all 4 parashiyos mention the mitzvah of tefillin. We quoted the one in Shema. Now, if you take the other 3, V'hoya Kiviyacha Shema and V'hoyim Shema, they will refer to the Shel as Totafos. However, the one parasha, the first parasha of Kaddish Likol B'chor, does not refer to the Shel as Litotafot. It says, V'hoya Lecha La'os Al Yadcha. So far, so good. It should be for you for a sign upon your hand. For you, doesn't say for you and any of the others. That's why there's no shin on the Shel It's private. You put it on your arm. For you, privately, cover it over opposite your heart. And now listen to the Shorosh. Ula zikaron beinenecha, and for a remembrance between your eyes. A remembrance is singular. Yes? Mm-hmm. We have a contradiction, you see. We got a major problem. Because one pasuk is telling us the Shorosh is 1. Lizikaron for a remembrance. And 3 are telling me they shall be for tat pat, which is 4. So which is the real answer? What do we do? Should we go according to majority? Majority rules, no?
Usually.
When does majority rule when you have a doubt? Do we have a doubt here, or do we have a problem? We have a pasuk that says We read it.
There's one time
One.
that I can say.
And we had 3 psukim that said